got excited. I got excited there for a second. I got excited there for a second. So thank you so much, everyone, for coming in. With me on the screen is Trina's motivation. Please, 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 please. This is my amazing channel member. This is my friend, and this is like, she's amazing. She's amazing. If you don't have Trina, we are multi-streaming. So in case you're on my channel, you can jump real quick also on her site so that you can give her that bit of support. The live stream is also happening on that side. You can watch the live stream from there. You can watch the live stream from there so that you can also support her. It's perfectly fine. I'll be able to see your chats from my side. I'll be able to see everything from here. So you don't need to worry. You don't need to worry about it. Okay. So thank you so much, everyone who is joining in. I see someone is setting the Haven is setting up buying me a coffee. MTC, nice to see you, my brother from another mother. Roxanne is here. Roxanne, you need to know how to rate. Roxanne, you need to know how to rate. But I will come back to those receipts later. Still in my house, he says, Goga is frozen. I am now unfrozen. I am now unfrozen. Random J, nice to see you. Thank you so much, Jeremy. Alisa, thank you so much. Yeah, let me see whether I can run through the chats really quick. I see what I missed when I was frozen there for a bit. Goga is a technical difficulty. Stephen, my house key, leave me alone. Stephen says I'm a technical difficulty. Hey, Tam, welcome. Thank you so much for coming in. I don't know what happened. Things just went out, and I was like, anyway, but it's fine. This is a beauty when you have a co-host, because she can just take over the show, and it's perfect. Jason and Gina, nice to see you. Angie Hart is laughing. Wamuyu Rainbag, welcome. Stacy Pinky, nice to see you. Stacy Pinky, I have receipts. Hey, LP, welcome. LP, nice to see you. Helen Akoya, thank you so much for coming in. The managing mod is here. Unlock the village from Rwanda. Lisa J Stocks, my channel member, thank you so much for coming in. Oh, guys, I am overwhelmed. Crossdale is here. Guys, do you have Trina's motivation? Because if you don't have her, you are missing out. Big Chill is here. Big Chill. Oh my goodness. Canada is in the house. And you know, Tina is in Canada, so I guess Canada is watching. I see Tailstone in the dark. Cassie is here. Cassie, long time. I've missed you, Cassie. Welcome, Cassie. Nice to see you. Yeah, so it's so nice to see everyone coming in for this conversation, and it is important for us to have this conversation. King Morgan, nice to see my amazing brother. How you doing? Tina Lee says, Saniki says, you look lovely. That is for you, Tina. You look lovely. And then I see, I'm up to date on the chat. Yo, I see Yagalala. Welcome, Yagalala. Nice to see you. Thank you so much for coming in. Tina, welcome. Please say hi to these amazing people, so that I can stop. Like, let me get my music. What is your favorite music, by the way?
I'm not necessarily a music person.
All right, I will pick for you something classy, jazzy, and very quiet. Just keep the conversation.
Fun, so you can choose
cool.
that.
So
well, thank you,
let
guys.
me pick.
Thank you so much. Yes, Goga, I kept up the chat for you while you were away to get your glasses. And Dia said you went to get your glasses, but I'm not seeing the glasses today. But
I have my glasses on.
Oh, I think she probably was looking for the bigger glasses.
No, guys, yes. I'm working. So I just came from work. I've just been dropped downstairs, and then I just came real quick to do the live stream. So I've not like changed or anything, and then I'm traveling away from my city. So that's why I'm not like having my fun party glasses, because I forgot them at home. So see my life. Now I have to keep my official glasses, the ones that I use on a day-to-day basis. But we'll survive. Guys, don't you think I look nice, right? I look very professional, right?
Of course. You always represent. And that's what I absolutely love.
Oh my goodness. The big glasses.
It's a pleasure to be here. I'm really humbled to be asked to be here as well. Really excited.
Thank you so much.
To share this platform with you. And I guess as we go more in the conversation, you will understand how much you are talked about, and how much persons really appreciate your, while I was talking about 1 or 2 points, one thing jumped out at me, and I was like, this is Goga. this one is Goga. And you will definitely agree with me when I jump into that part of the conversation. But I see some more persons coming in, so you can go right ahead.
Thank you so much, Trina. Guys, I love the co-host. I love the co-host because she's amazing. I've known Trina for like slightly over a year now because I've seen Trina grow. This is a channel that I've seen grow. I've seen her struggles, and it's just amazing how it is nice when you see somebody bloom, and it's always beautiful when they start hitting those milestones. And that's why I love this lady, because she's very uplifting. Anytime I go to her channel, there's a time I went to her channel, I was not okay. I just came out of that place laughing and smiling, because she motivates you. She can afford to crack a joke somewhere in there. At some point there, she's like, Goga, why are you trying to distract me? And it's just amazing. And then she's also nurtured a very warm community. And guys, I love warm communities. That is why I said, Trina, we need to have you on the panel, either the Sunday service or the Wednesday service. But then Sunday is busy for her, so she said, let's do it on Wednesday, because then it can be very engaging, and she had the time on a Wednesday. We've been planning this, I think, for 2 months. Can you imagine? For nearly 2 months. And then she had an event which I was I was like honored to attend and officiate briefly. And that's why we said, okay, we are supposed to do this interview before May ends, and I'm glad she's the last guest I'm having in the month of May. How nice! How nice! How nice!
And May is my birthday month, right? I celebrated my birthday the 20th of May. So wonderful.
Wait. I know you celebrated your birthday on Monday. It was last week, right?
The 20th.
The 20th. Yeah, because I remember I was at work out somewhere, and I remember India telling us that it is your birthday. Guys, you know how we celebrate people's birthday here. Prepare your dancing shoes. Before we start this live stream, we have to celebrate Trina's birthday. So let me just type something real quick. You can say hi to people on the chat as I do this. Let me just do that.
Busy. I love it, says India. Of course. I mean, the schedule is quite packed. Yes, man. That's how we do it. Thank you.
So we are going to take about 2 minutes of this song to wish you a happy birthday. This is for you. This is purely for you, as people celebrate you and all the May babies, because May is coming to an end. So we want to celebrate all the May babies, and Trina is going to be our focus of the May babies. So this is for you. Let's be ready. Let's go. DJ, put up! I will say. Connect to Trina. That is the best wish you can do. Jump on her live stream and go wish her happy birthday on her live stream. Jump there. You can do this. Hey, let's go. Hey, Ashley. Let's go. Hey, Roxanne. Rock. Let's go. Happy birthday, Trina. Hey, Lady Posh.
I'm not a dancer, I love good dancing, but I can't dance.
Let's go. Celebrate the lady. Blessings. We are not even at the chorus yet. Keep celebrating. Hey, out here, welcome. Wagwan. Hey, Jason and Gina, I miss them too, but they'll be back. Let's go. Keep going. Hey. The United Kingdom. Shedin says I'm on the road listening. Thank you. India, I know is eating lunch, but can't wait to have this time from the receipts. You can do this. Hey. Hey. G, welcome. Hey, happy birthday, Tina. Hey, hey, Ivan Malanga, nice to see you there. Hey, hey. You know,
Absolutely
yeah.
wonderful. Thank you so very much. Whew. That's my exercise for today. Thank you guys for the birthday wishes. Thank you so much, Goga, for this birthday celebration again. Thank you.
You're, you're most welcome. And on behalf of all the May babies, we want to say happy birthday. Many more happy returns. And, keep living life in your own terms. And, we are going to say all sorts of things. But, we celebrate each and everybody who observe their birthday in the month of May. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to all the May babies as May comes to an end. That was so much energy. Even I feel like I've exercised. All right, guys. So we are going to start our show right now, so that at least I can just to give a bit of context. So just hold on. So something happened last week. Was it last week? There's a Kenyan man passed away. That is normal. Everybody. People die daily. But this death was very significant because this Kenyan man was going to be the first African to ever climb Mount Everest without supplemental oxygen. And he did climb Mount Everest, and then 20 meters before the summit, he fell. He died. This was the second time he was climbing Mount Everest. And Mount Everest is the tallest mountain in the world. But Mount Everest is also like a graveyard of dreams that, people went to pursue, because if you die in Mount Everest, just getting your body back home, it's like a nightmare because the conditions there are just crazy. So most families have always opted to leave their loved ones there. They died doing what they love. But I kept on wondering and just thinking about this man, as soon as the news was all over the internet and, the news outlets. And I kept on wondering what kept driving this guy to go climb the highest mountain in the world the second time. Not the first time he had done it, the second time, but now without the supplemental oxygen. And it is so tragic that it is not even the lack of air that killed him. It was a fall. Just 20 meters, was it 20 meters to the peak, the summit, the apex of it all? What was the motivation? Why do people still climb Mount Everest even when they are still, despite the stories you hear? And there's something there. There was a conversation there I was trying to have with myself and my conscience that, there's something about the intrinsic human nature, the motivation that lives in each and every one of us that keeps people going. And, he was ready because you signed the risk, you do all those things, when he was doing his insurance and everything, the risks involved, you may not come back to your family, yet he still went towards that quest. He died doing what he loved. Motivation. As a content creator, what motivates you? Are there days you just don't want to deal with people? Are there days you just don't want to put content on the internet? Are there days you just wake up and you're just tired? You're like, why do I do this? Why can't I just go into the sunset and forget? Most people have done that. You're not going to be the first. Are there days that you have those moments? Are there days that editing just annoys the hell out of you? And you're just like, why am I even doing this? The algorithm is not algorithm. The super chats, the super stickers, the ad revenue is not coming. The threshold, you've not gotten the threshold in 6 months. Okay, 10 months may be a bit too much. What is that thing that keeps you coming every single day to make content, despite the circumstances that you have to deal with? Sometimes it is your spouse. Sometimes it is your kid. The kid is sick. Sometimes it is, there's tragedy in the family. but you still show up. What is that thing? Why do you still keep doing the things that you're doing? And there is none other than the best person to come and have this conversation with us other than Trina's motivation. She wakes up motivation, she lives motivation, she eats motivation, she sleeps motivation. I want her to tell us, where do you get your motivation, Trina? Because some of us, let me tell you, me coming to YouTube sometimes is just a sport, an extreme sport. I have to talk to myself, call myself for a meeting, and then I show up. Even coming to this live stream, I was so tired, but I'm functioning on coffee and God's grace. I still have to show up. So please introduce yourself. Why motivation? Why are you so big on motivation? You could have picked something else about cooking. You could have picked something else about dancing, because you can dance very well. You got moves, girl. But motivation. Why motivation? Why should I worry about motivation, Trina? Please introduce yourself and tell us more about this.
All right, so I'm Trina. Well, my name is actually Patrina. That's Patrina. But most persons call me Trina, shortening my name because Patrina is really too long. And why motivation? First of all, when I started this channel back in September 2021, that's how far back I started. I wrote down the date. My first video was posted the 16th of September 2021. I started this channel and I said, what can I name the channel? And I thought about, I wanted to use my name as a part of it, of course. And I said, what is it I love to do? I did a test and I asked person at work, I said, if you should say something about me, what would it be? And resounding, a motivator, right? I'm also a Christian, so I go to church, and if they need like somebody to moderate the service, to get the crowd going, to get the people on their feet, sometimes they call me without warning, like it's like sudden, and I'm able to do it not because of my own strength, but because of God's grace and what He has given to me. I feel that there's so much negativity in the world and it's very toxic. So if I can come and shed some sort of positive energy, then why not do it? Why not do it? Why do I say just Goga alone need to do it? We can all do it. And I think that's the foundation of me putting the name of the channel as motivation. So person will probably go on my channel and notice I do a little cooking. I also do hair videos. But then I think back in June 2020 was really when I recognized this thing was really serious. I was just doing it for fun, just to keep a track of my natural hair. I was doing things and I recognized that, hey, it's working. So one of my my best friend said to me, girl, go start a channel and share what you have with the world. And I really hesitated. And I mean, every conversation we have, and I would love to do videos and send it to her and look at my hair. And I was so excited. I'm excited about I'm just excited about the least things. Just something simple. It doesn't have to be big, but I might get just a little chocolate and oh my God, I'm so excited about it. I have a sweet tooth, and I decided on starting the channel. But then I recognized one of the things is that you have to be more consistent as a content creator. And for me, honesty has been a big thing for me. So I'm not going to come and tell you can grow your hair overnight. So I said, what else can I do? And I prayed about it, of course, because I hear you said it, sometimes you can't, you don't want to get up and you're like, me again, and you get that strength from within. And I said, let me try motivation. Let me try to do a segment of morning motivation. So it's not a segment that you're going to come and we're going to, pray a long prayer and to do all these things. No, it's something to get you to be a part of it. So one of the things that we try to practice is each morning when we start our life, our live stream, if you notice, we say go ahead, make your own declaration. Say what are you grateful for, because there's just so much to be grateful for, and there are many times we don't take the opportunity to say thank you to the higher powers, the powers that be. So I wanted to create this platform that if somebody's feeling down, if somebody's feeling low, I want them to remember the name Trina. Let me jump over to Trina. And I think to an extent, I may not have thousands of subscribers yet. Remember, 100 we said this year, right? 100 we said we're going for the 100, right? The next interview is my 100 milestone. Go! I tell you, I'm gonna do it, I tell you, I'm going to do it. And so I remember somebody said to me, I saw a comment on one of my video, and it absolutely made my day. The person said, Trina, I'm feeling so low today. I'm coming over to Trina for some motivation. That was just such a big thing for me. And there were days that I just felt, as you said, tired, because some person was like, how do you do it? First, when I started, I was using, StreamYard, and I was just going. I wanted to make somebody feel good about their start of their day and transitioning to make their day get higher. That is the aim of Trina's motivation each weekday. Making sure that you start your day on a positive. Because sometimes you get up in the morning, the kids giving you a problem, the husband giving you a problem, the work, the boss, the employee. It's like problem, and you have all of this that is weighted on your shoulder. You're like, how you need somebody else's shoulder to put all this on. I think my shoulders are a little bit broad enough, but if not, you can come right into my chat room and say, Trina, this is it. And the community that we have, if somebody come and say, I'm just not feeling good today, this community, I tell you, it's not about me. It's about the community, because there are a few days that I come and they could tell that today is not one of those up days,
Can imagine.
Today is not one of those up days, and they would like, Trina, oh my God. And when they start to encourage me, when they started to encourage me to say, listen me, oh my goodness. Before I end that live stream, I'm telling you, there's never one live stream I end and I felt worse than I went into that live stream. Absolutely. Amazing. We have gone over 300 episodes.
Wow.
Over 300 episode of Trina's motivation. So we're gonna get the name of Trina's morning motivation. Yes.
Absolutely. Now to the people who don't know who Trina is, just a quick introduction. Where are you from? Before the motivation, before the Trina we meet on YouTube. Who is Trina? Where is she from? I know you're in Canada right now, but just checking in.
Okay. So for those who don't know, you should know by my accent. You should know where I'm from by my accent, right? Those who don't know, take a guess in the chat where I am from. I'm not going to tell you yet. I want to tease you.
Is there a giveaway? They're going to ask you for a giveaway.
Yes, based on my accent. Tell me where I am from. So, of course, I'm now in Canada for a visit. And I just decided to take, as you said, mental health is very important, and you wanted to just close off mental health with today's. And I thought it's so fitting because in the last 2 years, my mental health it has not been the best. And this platform, again, was the one that helped me tunnel through. And so for me, I see Nachovi coming through. Boy, Nachovi need the prize, go. You gotta give Nachovi the prize. So I am from Jamaica. Jamaica to the world. Jamaica to the world. Anywhere I go. Anywhere in this world I go. I am a Jamaican. Yes, sir. Anywhere in this world I go, I'm a Jamaican. I'm not ashamed. I'm not afraid of saying it. Of course, I am a Christian. Yes, and apostolic. And this is the one now that, they like to go get in the spirit and all these things. Yes, I'm apostolic for a long time. And where I was working before, I was a manager. Well, when I left, I was a manager there. Probably managed over 250 people thereabouts. So absolutely, I was at that company for over 20 years, and absolutely love it. I love what I do. As I said, I always do motivational stuff with my staff when they're down. I want them to know that the shoulder is here. So I've always been this person in terms of somebody who wants to see the best in people, and what's better ways to kind of encourage them and to kind of lift them up and tell them they can do it. There are many times when I say to my staff, you can do it, you can do it. Sometimes just I say it, but that. Just you telling them, you can do it, it actually gives them that push and let them realize that, listen, I really can do this. And when you see how I've worked with many people who have become managers and supervisors and all of that. Some became managers before I even became a manager. I was supervising before I even became a supervisor, because I believe in doing the best that you can at every single opportunity you get, because you don't know about tomorrow. And that is something as a motivator, something that you should think about. I love children, so those persons who who have been following me for a while, they will tell you I love children. I'm a foster parent as well, so I absolutely do that. I'm a foster parent. I'm a licensed foster parent and mentor, and I take on that role. I teach, but not in school. I teach Sunday school. So some of my followers said, "Trina, I thought you were a teacher. You sound like a teacher." Yeah. I wanted to be a teacher back then, but it didn't happen, but it's still not too late. I still get the opportunity to work with kids. So of course I take kids in my home that I don't know and help to mold them and like to see them come to something better. That gives me a good feeling. So that's in a nutshell. I'm married, of course.
Wait.
Married.
You've just annoyed like Dida Safari and I don't know how many other men watching. Yo.
So
who even asked you, Trina?
I have one son. He's also a content creator, but he's a gamer. Nice. And
nice.
Yes, but we don't really showcase those on the channel really for personal reason too. In terms of that's my choice. Some people showcase their children on channel. I choose not to. And then of course my husband doesn't love the camera. He will tug along behind the scenes. So there were days when I was back in Jamaica and he would call me and he didn't get my phone. The next place he will go is where?
YouTube.
Right? If he's calling my phone, he would go to YouTube, because if not getting Trina, she must be live. I absolutely love that. I have his support. And since I'm in Canada, there are days I get tired. I do get tired. There are days that I just didn't want to get up, and he will just give me a little tug on the side and say, "It's just an hour. Go and do it."
I love that.
So
I love that.
Supportive partners. Support from him in the background. He purchased a ring light for me so I could get the lighting. he, purchased a nice phone and say at least, and he's giving me another phone to say at least I can have that, because I had another phone that I would support creators and he's having a problem, so he got me another phone and say you can use it. So I really appreciate that support from him. So yeah, so that's a little bit of background for me.
I love that. I love that. I mean, I'm just curious before I get into the meat, because first of all, you've already annoyed the men on the chat with this marriage, your married, statement. So there, I can already see them conferencing on the chat. Ali, nice to see you. There are people who are watching you. There are people who are claiming you. Let me just mute a bit. There are people who are claiming that you are theirs. Enqui's Corner is claiming that you look like you're Nigerian. You will pass for a Nigerian. You need to do a DNA test to confirm where you're from. Enqui's Corner, guys, is on the road. I think just opened a YouTube channel the other day. She's, I think, at 30 subscribers, and we are trying to grow her channel as well so that she's able to do live streams. What made you leave Jamaica to Canada? Because immigration stories are normally very interesting to just learn. Just briefly, I don't want to get into the details, but is it work? Is it family? What really drove you to move to Canada?
So as I said, it's really just coming on vacation, but it's actually turning out to be a longer than I anticipated vacation for right now, until I decide on the next path. Sometimes for your mental health state, you have to get out of the place that you are at. You cannot remain the same place. Sometimes, for me, if in your job, if you're going in your job, and for those persons who may be feeling pressured in your job, they may feel stressed out, feel like I just can't be bothered with this. It may mean you need to change job, but that should be the last thing. First thing, you need to internalize, look to see if there's anything that I can change within. The next thing you need to do, is there another level I could go? Could I get out of this department? Because sometimes moving from one department to another department can make it so much better. So we need to look at that. Is it that there's a work-life balance? Because many of us, our mental health get affected because we have no work-life balance. And I think that affected me somewhat in terms of work-life balance. I would be up like 2 a.m., 12 a.m. No, work finishes at 5. And I work from 8:30 and I'm up till 10, 11, 12. That was not work-life balance. And so it's important that if you are listening and you feel overwhelmed, you need to take stock of what is it that you are doing. Because at the end of the day, nobody will take care of your mental health for you but you. And there were certain other things that I decided that, listen, this is too much. If you were getting up every day, you don't want to go to work, like literally, you're feeling sick thinking about going to work, you have to look at, is it I need to change career? Am I on the path that God wants me to be on? And for me, I want to go into the plan that God has for me. Because some of us doing the work, because we want to get some money to pay the bills and all of that, but we're not living our full potential. Yes, we need to live our full potential. Our logo is live your best life every day. Right? So every time before we close our morning motivation, we say live your best life every single day. So you got to take control of your mental health. You have to also know the people around you. So I decided that I tried everything, and I decided that the next thing is I'm going to do a little movement to see if it will help with my mental health and other things that I have planned. But I'll talk with my community a little bit more once I've decided the next move. But for right now, we're just vacationing.
I love that, and I love that. I love that because one of my what. Just hold on. One of my most powerful statements that I've ever had, and it was from a movie, was sometimes, sometimes the place you are used to is not where you belong, and sometimes you have to get out of it, just go and get a new perspective. And so sometimes if you really have to, and that has always been my, that's like last year, and that's just giving piggybacking on your story. Last year when I had to like leave a particular job that had given my all for nearly 10 years, I felt like they owed me. But the moment I walked out of that gate, it was done. And I used to think that that's where my life belonged. But when I got out there, the possibilities were endless. Like, it's amazing the amount of things I've done. I've achieved like a lot in 1 year, things that I could not have achieved in the 9 years that I gave the previous place. And in reality, it was where I thought everything, I thought they owed me. But then you get out here and you're like, no, if you tell me to go back there, I'm like, me, are you kidding? It's not happening. It's not happening. So I like that powerful statement that sometimes you have to get that, separate yourself from that situation so that you can find your elevation. And that takes me to the next question I was going to ask you. Like, in your personal opinion, what do you define as motivation? And coming from the space of us content creators, because we are looking at mental health for content creators as we wind up the mental health awareness month, why is it important for us to motivate? And I like what you do every morning in your morning motivation live streams, that you've kept very consistent, even back in the day when you are like at less than 500 subscribers, because I've seen that growth. Why is it important? Why should I worry about motivation sitting as a content creator? Because it appears it's an important thing. It appears it's something that we need to like nurture in terms of it being a part of our day-to-day life. But why is it important, and why do you think we should really be worried about it?
All right, so for content creators, so on my platform, I have most of the persons who follow me are not necessarily content creator, to be honest. So I try to, whatever I'm doing, I do a mixture for content creators and just regular supporters. I have an excellent community of people who are not content creators, who follow for the word, for the bread, for the food. We call it fresh bread, you know. It is so funny that it was just, yeah, last night we were at another content creator's house and we were really talking about this same topic, and there was one person who's right here was like, I'm just going to disappear, not going to call her name. Right, I'm just going to disappear, I'm just so tired of this. This is not working. I mean, I'm stuck at this level for such a long time. It can be something, especially as a YouTuber, you can get burnt out syndrome, and similar to your regular job, you can get that burnt out syndrome. So as content creator, you got to set boundaries. Boundaries are important. You got to know how much time am I going to be spending on YouTube, how much time am I going to do to edit, because you will have an idea how long it's going to take you to edit. So you decide as a content creator, am I going to use just one day to just do several videos and then release them for the month, or I'm going to use 1 week for each month to do all my videos and then schedule them. So you got to find that balance. You got to find something that works for you. When I was, just before I reached that 1,000 subscriber, I decided that I want to get there, and I gave myself a date. It's important. Power of affirmation is very important. As content creator, you got to set the dates, and you can't just set it and sit back. You can't set it and leave it. You got to set it, put in the work, and then work towards it. So I set the date. I said I want to receive my 1,000 by the end of March. And how is it I'm going to get there? I decided I'm going to do at least 3 short videos, shorts, every single day. That wasn't very easy, but I knew I had to do it because of what I wanted to do. So when I achieved that target, I didn't quite get there in March, but I got there in April. So it wasn't too far off. I got my 1,000 subscribers. So you got to set the boundaries, you got to set the targets and make them realistic. So I'm telling you, everything that you learn in your workspace, that because this is actually a job. It's just that it's a part-time job for many of us. What you put into it, you got to know who am I making this content for, and you got to be able to pull yourself up. And if you feel a little bit burnt out, take a step back. Take a step back. I always say, don't give up. You got to take the step back. Yes, planning and time management, and those were something that was like big when I was working. And one of the things I was always commended for as a employee is that I'm always on time. I mean, my targets are always up to date. I always, if my thing's supposed to be submitted on the 5th, by the 4th it is ready for the 5th. Yes, I don't give myself deadline to that of what my manager give me. My manager give me the deadline for the 4th, my deadline is the 3rd. So it gives me that time so I can actually do it. So it's a similar thing for know what you want, how is it you're going to achieve it, and make it realistic. Set those plans, set those targets, and work it. Sometimes it can be discouraging because you would put in so much work, and this was what the individual was saying. Trina, we're putting in so much work, but I'm not seeing the fruits. Sometimes we're looking on the wrong side of the tree, to be honest. Sometimes if you look down the road, you have to know if you're going to look at other content creators, and that can be something that can affect us negatively, which was affecting me sometimes. When I look and I see somebody else and they are growing, and I'm like, I'm not moving. I'm like, I'm not going to let that hinder me. I'm going to focus on my own journey. My journey is for somebody, to help somebody else later. Everything that you go through in life is something that is to help, is not for you. So the journey that you had on that job for 10 years, you think is yours? It's to help somebody else, because I'm sure there are many persons who you probably pull aside and say, listen, this was my story, and this is how I came out. You can make them better because of what you've been through. So the challenges you go through now is to tell that story later on, and you'll be surprised how many persons you are able to help with your story. I'm not ashamed of my story. Yes, I'm on YouTube over 2 years and I'm only at 2,000 subscribers, but my biggest motivator is I've seen people with 5,000, 10,000 subscribers, and when I look at the views of theirs compared to mine, I'm like, but yeah, go on, Trina. Yeah, go on. So you got to find the good. You got to find the good in every situation. Why is it that you are doing what you are doing? And I can speak for myself. Why I do what I do, I said, there's so much negativity in the world. If I can impact one person daily, I think I would have impacted over 300 already. Because the truth is, I have gone over 300 episodes of Trina's Morning Motivation. Over 300. And I'm positive every single day I come, even when I think I didn't do a good job. Somebody will send me a little message on this phone to say, wow, today you were talking to me and I want to thank you. I remember there was somebody who sent me a text and said, I don't generally comment on your thing, but I watch you every single morning. And let me tell you something. Keep doing it. Those are the things that keep me going. So as a content creator, we got to find the why. What is it that we are reaching the audience that we are intended to reach? Because sometimes we're not reaching the right audience, and that is why we get discouraged. So we probably need to make sure we are reaching the right audience, and we have to do the work, the investigation. How do I reach the right audience? We got to do that. We got to motivate ourselves, and also we need somebody to help us. my community, they are my motivator. They motivate me every morning. Let me share just a recent thing that happened. I remember getting up one morning. I was just so tired and just like, I don't think I can do it today. And trust me, again, my husband said it's just an hour. I tried to do it like 45 minutes, so we call it an hour. And I just pulled myself out of bed and I came on. And I begin to, many mornings I come, I don't have anything written down. I go based on how I'm led. I come based on how I'm led. Sometimes, like this morning, what I came with, I didn't even touch it because the audience was the one who decided what is it we talk about. And let me tell you, that morning, and that was like about 3 weeks ago, somebody came on and like, Trina, I was waiting on you this morning. I'm saying to myself, what if I didn't come on? This person would be so disappointed. That person became my channel member that day. I didn't ask for it. It was absolutely beautiful. Like, Trina, I was waiting on you, man. And the person that supported the channel, I didn't ask for it. Those little things, and even if the person didn't support the channel as a channel member, those little things actually help. And that is the motivation for me. As content creator, you got to find somebody to lean on. We all need them, you know. We all need somebody to lean on. We're going to have dark days. We're going to have lonely days. There are some lonely days and nights. They know that we love to sing, right? But you're going to have those dark days. You got to find somebody who will be honest enough with you and listen, support, and encourage. You have to find it. Because in this YouTube space, there's a term that they talk about, dog eat dog. It's like people will just mash you up. They don't care about you, you know, they mash you up to get to the next level. You know, but we don't want to work that way. We want to help each other. And I want to say, even before we even come further, for you, Goga, you have been one of those instrumental persons that many people, many of us, not say people, many of us, including me, will look in, you know, how you walk us through. That is a motivator to know that you can reach out to somebody who will listen. And even when it sounds foolish, you ever ask a question and it sounds like it's foolish, you know, it sounds foolish, like you don't even know how to ask the question. And you're like, okay, Trina, share your screen, Trina, let me see. And like, okay, Trina, send me a screenshot, and you're able to guide. So that is it. So you are many people's motivator, and you know that already. You know, you may not call your channel a motivation channel, but it is. It actually is a motivation. Many people cannot wait for you to come, right? And there are people who, when you came on my milestone party, people were like, Trina, where you know him from? I mean, people from Jamaica was like, me like him. You know what I mean? So you kind of have that sort of impact on people that,
Thank you.
For content creators, we need that space. I want Trina's motivation to be that space for people to be able to come and you're not getting any cuss outs. You feel relaxed, and when you leave, you should feel better about yourself.
I
Sometimes
love
I rough
it.
them up,
I love
but them still feel good at the end of it. Sometimes I give to rough them up, you know.
No. I like. Sorry, I like what she said about. And guys, I hope you are taking notes. Feel free to engage Trina. You can ask questions. And if you're on my channel, can you also jump on Trina's channel? The live stream is also happening on her side. Click on the pinned link. It will take you directly to her live stream where her channel is also like running this current live stream. Don't worry, I can see your chats. You can ask your questions. I can highlight them for you. Like you can see, I can highlight the way service is talking. Real motivator. I can highlight, so in case you type something, I'll be able to see it on my side. I'll be able to see on my side. You're being told you're very beautiful by Radhika from India. who says, Trina, you're so beautiful, ma'am. You're so beautiful, ma'am. Those are our flowers. So I'll be able to highlight it for you, and then you'll be able to support her. I just wanted to like piggyback on what you just said, because it's very important, and I want to pick it from your fellow motivation coach. This is Marlene Motivates. Marlene Motivates says, I am not ashamed of my work. It's not how fast we grow, but just positive movement. And then Belinda Melvin says something close to that. Like, I love that. Keep doing it even if you feel no one is watching. Keep pushing, keep pushing, keep pushing. One of the things that I always grapple with is when, for example, and this is a very good example, and you probably have experienced it. When you're a small YouTuber, still growing, you start a live stream, 0 people watching. Okay, there's never 0. It's always just 1 watching. And then it goes to 0. And then you're like, where are people? Where are people? Where are people? And then sometimes this one person watching, you don't even know who it is at all. You don't even know who it is. And then you start getting discouraged. They're not even chatting. Please give me a thumbs up. They give you a thumbs up. And they're not saying who they are on the chat. And then, you start getting discouraged. It's like, no one is like, why are these people not talking? Then 2 people come, 3, and they're still not talking, and you start getting worked up. Yet they're there. They're not leaving. They're staying there. They're watching you. There is something important about those humble beginnings. That one person watching. That person who became your member because you almost missed your live stream that morning that you're supposed to be there. It's a very powerful story, and thank you so much for sharing that, because it just got me thinking. It just got me thinking there. And in case let's say there's a content creator who is on the live stream right now, they upload a video, you get 1 view, 2 views. One day the video has not even reached 10 views, yet you have over 500 subscribers. You start a live stream, no one is there, you start getting discouraged, like, what is the point? What is the point? And I remember, I always say, even if I find 3 people on my live stream, I really never care, to be honest. I will do, because I always say a live stream is a future video. It may go viral the following day. And it's just the reality of things. You have people from Asia who are asleep now. They may come and watch it tomorrow. So I always say you're making content for the future. It's just that you only have 3 people who are there at that particular point. And that's why I always say it's a future video. So it never really bothers me, because it will still be there. It will still be there. So what would you tell these people who get discouraged? Because numbers get into our heads, Trina. You know this. Numbers get into our heads. Sometimes you're there, it's like, guys, where are you people? Why are you not here? Why do I have only 1 person watching? Why is no one watching my videos? The algorithm is not like. What would you tell somebody who is really just on the verge of giving up based on these experiences?
So I have one one supporter from way back then, that sometimes she would be the only person talking to me on the stream. And she said to me, I'm not going to leave you alone. I'm not going to leave you. I'm going to wait until someone. I remember one day she spent 1 entire hour with me. She was supposed to leave work, and she says, you, Trina, let me not leave work yet, because nobody else will come. As you said, there were persons who came, but they were silent. They were not saying anything. One other thing for what I would encourage people to do, if you're going to do a live stream, make sure you are prepared. Don't be like me. Sometimes I'm not prepared. But the good thing is that I think quickly I'm a quick thinker. And I go based on how I'm led. I allow the Holy Spirit to lead me. Because sometimes I'll go and I start singing a song, and just start singing the song. I get a word for somebody in that song, and it will take me to the place that I actually want to be. And for that entire 145 minutes, I'll be able to talk about that one song. But one other thing I would encourage content creators to do, go prepared, have your script. So I'm here and I have my stuff prepared. Come to talk to you, Goga, but I still, even though you didn't give me the question at hand ahead of time, I still come and I have 2 pages. Well, it's not full, but little jottings. I come prepared because what if your internet was still giving you some challenge? What would I do? Would I have fallen and said, "Oh my God, I don't know what to do now"? I couldn't do that. The show had to go on. I couldn't let you lose faith in me after you said, "Boy, Trina is a motivator." I had to carry on the show. So when you're doing it, come prepared and start. If you wait for the crowd, you never start. Don't wait for the crowd to start. You come prepared with what you have. If nobody comes, you still delivered what you prepared. If person come, they can take you off a little bit sometime off the path that you are on, but at least you get the opportunity to engage your audience. So you have to make sure you have something prepared. So I had my milestone party. You would have seen my agenda, true? And I gave time bound for everything. I said each interview should take 15 minutes. And I said, okay, I'm going to leave a 15 minutes for a break for people to meet and greet and whatever. I gave myself time bound and I said I had backup just in case somebody didn't show up. So you got to prepare yourself. And even if nobody showed up, you still delivered. And you never know, that message or whatever you were sharing, it could be a recipe that you were cooking and somebody was like, "I don't know how to cook this." Sometimes how persons do it, it's hard. I'm watching some content creators who do cooking, and the things that they use to cook, they need to have this, they need to have that, and they need to add that, and they need to have that. But what about something simple? So if you come on my channel, when you see me cooking the meal, I'm not going to go out. I'm not every single time. I just use the regular things to season, to do this. I want to make it simple for somebody who really have no clue. They may not have the money to purchase something, but they could watch your video and they're like, okay, I can actually follow this. There are people who said to me, and I was actually surprised, "I've been cooking some of those dishes you're uploading." I'm like, huh? Yes. Persons are like, "I didn't know that and that could go together." There is a space for every content, every single one. So you got to just go with your script, and if you see somebody come up, you can greet them if you want to say hi, and then continue back on script. There are some people, my community, most of them, outside of my moderators, I have excellent moderators, by the way. Sister Iris, I saw her in the chat just now. She's just always there. Sometimes she's in the background and she's watching too. Yes, I have a few of them that they will just sit back and they will make sure that I am comfortable and I have company. They don't leave me alone. So even that one person, if you have that one person for that support, so come prepared. My encouragement to those persons, do not watch the numbers. Come prepared. I worried sometimes, like, I wonder if anybody's showing up this morning. Sometimes 5 minutes in before I get anybody in. But I start the show. And why I did that is, I remember my second live stream, I think it was, I was waiting for persons to come. And I waited about 5 minutes, nobody came. And somebody who was watching the replay said to me, "Jesus, man, why am I have to wait so long before you could have started talk?" And from that, I decided the show must go on. So I decided to do something while I start. So prepare. It doesn't matter what you're going to do. Come prepared to do it and start. As you enter your live stream, welcome to your live stream, whatever. Do your own little introduction, stuff, things like that. That will take you like 3 minutes in, you know, and then go into the meat of the matter, or start to talk about. You want to still keep the rhythm, like what YouTube said. Okay, whatever your tagline is or your title is. Okay, today we're going to be talking about motivation, why you must motivate and affirm yourself as a content creator. It's going to be an epic one. It's going to be an awesome one. You cannot afford to miss this one. You must watch it to the end. You're talking to the persons who are going to be on the replay. You're speaking your topics.
Absolutely.
You're welcome if it's your first time, and to all of those who you are when you don't see nobody, all of those who are watching me right now. You're talking to them, because one of the points I put down is that you're gonna speak the things as if they were. You're speaking into the future. That is one of the things as content creator. You got to speak into the future. You cannot speak just for now. You got to speak into the future.
Wow, that's powerful. It's powerful. Guys, if you have not shared this live stream out, if you've not connected to Trina's motivation, jump on. The live stream is also happening on her side. Go there if you want to be benefiting. She has this nice morning motivation live streams that she does every single day. She's never missed. They normally happen at 3 o'clock when I'm about to leave the office. That's how I always know it's time to leave, get into my car and go home. It's normally around that time when Trina is just starting her live stream. And it's only 45 minutes. It's only 45 minutes. So make sure you have it. Then you can get this this motivation. Trina, you said something very powerful about the power of preparation, and I can never underestimate preparation. Even I do. I know I crack jokes here sometimes. I go crazy with my classes. I start making noise here, but there is nothing that can beat preparation. Coming to this interview, you and I will agree we had to prepare for it. We've been preparing. We've been just going through the motions. What is the topic? Can I get your thumbnail? Can we have a quick inception call just to agree on a few things? If you have any questions, is StreamYard working? Is the audio okay? That is preparation. So that when you land here, even if it's only East African workout girl watching, or even if it is just Misha, Herbs and Spice Kitchen, congratulations on 1,000. D, Life with D, congratulations on 500 subscribers. If it's only the two of them watching, there is preparation that went into it. I put in the work. It is now time to dish out the content. So I like that on the power of preparation, and I think it's a very powerful thing. Mongla says, I needed to hear this. And Saniki is asking you a question. These are a few questions that you can start taking. I know we'll come back to it later. Saniki is asking you, what kind of script should I go with? And that's, I think, a very good question that she will answer shortly. But as she prepares to answer that particular question, I'm just going to ask you just to share with us maybe something very personal, like is there a particular time in your life where you felt you struggled with motivation, particularly as a creator, and how did you overcome it? And for me, I know sometimes when I've had a very long week, it is very hard to come and do what I do, because I've expended so much energy in another sphere of my life, so that when I come online, sometimes speaking into a void, I feel like that motivation is just not there. In your particular experience, what was that moment? Because that you're like, and then how did you overcome it?
I have so many of those days, and I think I actually said it earlier, but I can't remember having a bad experience at work. It wasn't a very good day. Somebody said something that actually really hurt me, really, really deep, and I'm like, why bother with even going on YouTube? Again, I don't know. I just took that inner strength, because I know I possess that. We all do possess that inner strength. It's just that some of us not using it. And I went on, and to be honest, I I couldn't hide it. I couldn't hide it. When I began to talk to my people, and I was telling them, I don't think I can do this no more. I don't think so. And I remember Dan at the time, that's Handicapped Traveler, is one of my moderators. He was there. He would have been there like every morning, and they were like, yes, Trina, you can't give up. My moderators, Saniki is one of my moderators, Natasha, Mr. Iris, Selvita, those are some of my moderators that are like extremely active and encouraging. And they were like, before I left that live stream, I said, this is why you have the community. I didn't go with anything prepared. I just went and I was just hoping for the best, which happened. So sometimes it actually happened. I remember recently too, recent, something happened and I felt really, I was very emotional about it. I still came out, and while we were talking, my eyes were filled with tears right on this live stream. One person saw it and they were able to say, you know, cheer up Trina, you know, we all have some down days, and I think that was Best Beans lifestyle. She saw it. She saw that I wasn't at my best that morning, and she said, Trina, cheer up. She was able to encourage me. So the same people that I spill my energy in every single morning, they were the ones that were there to give me that motivation to say, you can do it. They encouraged me, said, Trina, don't watch the numbers, just do your thing, just do. And as content creator, if you're doing something that you don't love, stop. You're wasting your time. If you don't love it, don't do it, because you're going to feel burnt out, you're going to feel stressed if you don't love it. I want to say to you, revisit what you are doing. It's okay to change course. There are many content creators who have changed course. It is okay to change course. It doesn't matter how long you have been doing what you're doing. There are many persons who will just change the name of the channel. That's okay too. Sometimes rebranding is necessary. Shift the focus and focus somewhere else. I wanted to chime on something that Marlene said, and that was one of the points that I had. Is it says slow is the fastest way to get to where you want to be. So for those of you who said, I'm not growing, I'm stagnant, you might just get one subscriber. Give thanks for that one subscriber. Give thanks. Slow. Somebody want to type this for me? Slow is the fastest way to get to where you want to be. That's its power. I remember seeing this. For me, I like when I see strong quotes, I use them, and I use them as inspiration. I use them to encourage myself, and I was like, wow, this is profound. Slow is the fastest way to get to where you want to be. Sometimes we rush the thing, and then we suddenly realize, I cannot handle this. There are some people, when they get viral, they can't handle it because they didn't take the time to grow, and so they crash and burn. I remember somebody else in the chat said it too. You crash and burn. You take your time. Take your time. So I really, really love that. There's another powerful quote I wanted to share as well. It said, the top of one mountain is the bottom of the next. So keep on moving. Hey, that's a good one.
Hey.
You need to pay me for that.
Someone type it. Someone type that one.
The top of one mountain is the bottom of the next. So keep on moving. My God.
Oof.
This is good. I use these to motivate motivate me? Little things. I tell you, it's not the big things, the little things. The top of one mountain is the bottom of the next. So keep on moving. So keep on moving.
I love it.
Conversation with the Lees. These guys are pushing for their 1,000. They are doing it slowly. But if you watch their content and the views they get is greater than even mine.
Absolutely. The Lees gets very good views.
As yet. They are doing it slowly but steadily. That is what you want.
I love this because this takes me now to the next part of the conversation, and I know we'll keep alternating between motivation and then the other thing. I like how guys have typed this with a lot of energy. Yes, guys. Yeah, this is it. Note it, write it down somewhere. Then you can go and use it on your subscribers tomorrow and tell them we were at Goga's service yesterday. Yo! We were motivated. Use it to affirm your people. And that goes to the next thing I was going to talk about. One of the biggest struggles we have also as content creators is affirming ourselves. Sometimes we have a lot of self-doubt. And sometimes mental health takes a toll. It's the trolls who come to your live stream. And today I was on somebody's live stream and I was fighting with the trolls half the time because these people are coming in and they were trying to insult the host. And if there is one thing that I can never stand is disrespect, especially to a YouTuber, and I'm on that live stream, I will ask for the moderator status and I will use my power. I always say I never fear anybody on YT streets. I don't. I will use the power of my moderation to actually put the chat to be disciplined. So I normally really dread when I see someone trying to disrespect the host completely, regardless of who they are. So one of the things that normally discourages people, sometimes when trolls or maybe people who are negative come to your space, you start having some self-doubt. You even start second-guessing yourself. And one of the things that I've also done, in the month of May, I've really had to call some people out, because you don't go on somebody's space and you start lecturing them on what you think they should be doing. They're doing what they can do in the best way that they can, and they're trusting their growth stages and everything. So I really normally hate it when somebody comes and then the host gets derailed and then they start second guessing themselves. It normally really hurts me on a very personal level. I don't even know why. I always feel like it is me. And that goes to now the power of affirming ourselves. How does a content creator affirm themselves? Because these things that you're saying here, the top of one mountain is the beginning of the next. These are affirmations that we need to be internalizing in us, so that when these winds come, when these storms come in the name of people who are trying to discourage us in this particular space, we get to at least have something that we can hold on to. And one of the things I normally ask people is, what is your philosophy on YT? Like, what is that thing that can never waver, even if somebody came and tried to shake it? What is that one thing that can never waver? Is it your honesty? Is it how you protect? May I know I protect my community with my all. I will protect them regardless. Even if I'll try to address it privately. But what is that one thing that can make you not falter? Why should we affirm ourselves, Trina? Because most of us struggle. People come and tell us, your video is trash. Your live streams, can you do better? Why are you looking like that? Your nose is big. Why is your skin? Why can't you take take better care of your hair? And then you start second guessing yourself. Why should we affirm ourselves? Because I believe in affirmations. Like, when I come here, I always tell people, guys, I'm the biggest YouTuber that you can ever meet in this particular platform right now. That's why you're watching me. You're here for an experience. Welcome to the Goga experience. For the 1 hour or 2 hours that you'll be here, you're going to enjoy my experience before you go to Mr. Beast, because I'm the best, like you have right now. But most people don't have that in them. So how do we affirm ourselves more often? How do we inculcate? Hey, I'm using very difficult words here. That's how you know that I'm passionate. How do you inculcate that culture of affirmations to content creators, or even in our day-to-day life? Even if you're not a content creator, as a human being, you need to affirm yourself. How do we inculcate that?
It's important that you believe in this. The first thing, you have to believe in yourself. You got to. If you self doubt, you're gonna have a problem. I have had persons. I've done a one pot meal already. I was just trying it out for the first time, and somebody came and said yuck, and it didn't phase me. It didn't phase me at all. And I think I commented. I sent a comment. Every single one of my comments I respond to. Every single comment I respond to. I'm not very big as a content creator that I can afford to miss, and I hope as I grow I will still be able to respond. I like the fact when person respond to me. So if somebody comes to me with a I've been in live stream already. They say your face is big, you're ugly, or stuff like that. I don't let it phase me because I know who I am. I'm walking in power, walking miracle. I live a life of favor. I know who I am. You got to know who you are and whose you are. You got to believe in your own substance. You have to believe in the thing that you do. People speak the way they are. Hurting people hurt people. When I heard that quote one day, I was like, man, that's powerful. Because you're hurting and you tend to hurt others because you're hurting. That's all you have inside.
It is
So
powerful.
you can still shower them with love. Don't even, somebody told me, just tag the negative comment. Say, you tell them, tag the negative comment to the top. Pin it. And leave the community to deal with it. But they said, the Bible said, and I live by the principle of the word of God. I missed that verse that I was going to give, but there's another one that I'm going to say. He says, death and life is in the power of the tongue, and they that love it shall eat the fruit thereof. And that's Proverbs 18 verse 21. You got to speak the things, whatever it comes out of your mouth. And so if somebody come and say something negative to me, I tell them take it back. They know. I tell them take it back. If I'm at work and we're going to the mountain and the figures look really horrible, and they say, boss, I don't think we're going to make it. I said, take it back. We're going to make it. And I can stand here and testify that so many times overnight we collect millions. People, when they come the next day, were like surprised. How did we do it? So you got to speak life into your situation. There's power in affirmation. I share this story with my community already, and maybe there are some persons here who know this story. But there was this gentleman. There was this test that they were doing at a university, and they told them, all the students, when they come into the classroom, say both of us are teachers, and they say, okay, when you go into Goga, you're gonna say to Goga that, oh, you look so sick. You look sicky. That time nothing was wrong with him, nothing was wrong with the teacher. Everybody who went in and came and said, teacher looks sick to the man. He looks so sick. You know that the teacher fell ill? The teacher eventually fell ill. And they twisted it around now, and there was somebody who was actually sick. And they said, when you go in, you're going to tell them how they're looking nice and do some positive words. And it actually changed how the person feels. That's why many times if I'm sick, I don't tell people that I'm sick, because I don't want persons to baby me or sorry for me and do those things, because those things will make you, well, for me, it makes me feel worse. So you want to be uplifting. So as a content creator, if person come with negative, you know the substance you have. And that is why preparation is going to be important. If you come unprepared, as you said, we went through this together. When I did my milestone celebration, there were a few persons who have never been on this platform. And I actually did a run through with them before the day. I make sure we were prepared. Coming over, I was like, Goga, I don't know how to stream on my side, You got to walk me through it. Yes? We got to do the little test run.
Yeah.
Okay, so how is the flow going to go? You got to be prepared. Know that you have substance. This is gold. Anything you're putting out here, tell yourself this is gold. If you don't believe it's gold, then nobody else will. You first have to believe in you. If you don't believe in you, if you don't believe, you see, like when you come sometime and you're going in the thing, I'm the king around here. You first believe in you are the king. Global.
You have to believe in it.
Global. What's the A again? Global
Online Giants Alliance.
Global
Online Giants Alliance.
Exactly.
Goga.
Exactly. You got to believe in it. If you don't believe in it, there was a powerful statement somebody made. It says, "Faith it until you make it." Not fake, Not fake. Faith.
Oh, Tina, just hold that thought. Tina, hold that thought. We have a raid from Victoria Mima. Victoria Mima, thank you so much for landing that flight from the Gulf into the shores of Canada and Kenya. Thank you so much to the Victoria Mima. Thank you so much, Victoria Mima. Captain Mima, you have redeemed yourself. Thank you for landing the flight here in Kenya and also in Canada, because we have Canada. Also, there's the live stream is going on there in Canada. Thank you so much for the raid. I really appreciate it. You could have picked somebody else, but you chose the fireside chat. You made a very good decision, Captain. So thank you so much, and thank you so much for bringing everybody to their country for them to enjoy this beautiful motivation that we are getting from Tina. Tina, carry on.
So I was at this powerful session, and this was when my company was going through a challenging period. It was going through a transition, and normally when you're going through a transition, try to get people in to motivate and so on. Listen, knowledge is power, Knowledge is power. Sometimes you're at your workplace and they say they want to send people for training. Goga, put up your hand, say, me, volunteer yourself. Because when you go and get that training, that's power in there right there. That's power. Nobody can take that from you. So even when you leave that company, any training you got, you're going with it. You think you're leaving it there? That's power right there. And they said, the gentleman came and he said, faith it. F-A-I-T. We generally say fake it. F-A-K-E. We used to say fake it. But when I heard the gentleman say faith it until you make it, I'm like, man, that is good. So that is my terminal. So you got to prepare. You got to know that you have the gold. You have the gold. You have the ball in your hand. You have the next play. You got to tell yourself, say, listen, I have the next play. Is you out there waiting on me? So you got to believe. If you don't believe in the thing that you're doing. So if you have 3 persons who religiously support you, do it. Show up. And do it as though you have 100. The other day I was saying, man, I'm hoping to get 100 or something like that person on my live stream. And Les says, Trina, very soon you're going to have 100. When you log on, you're going to see over 100 people. I'm going to say, I receive it. Powerful thing. You're going to receive them.
Amen.
You got to tell yourself that, yes, I am going to do it. So that's one of the things that you can do. Just know that you have liquid gold. Just tell yourself that what I have here, nobody else has it. I have it. Yeah.
I am actually like I'm I'm trying to like put all these powerful like words, and I like how people are typing them. So I'm putting them like on my box. Then we are going to review them at the end so that you guys can see. Trina is dropping some gems here, and I like how they're just coming. She's in the spirit. They're just coming so naturally and nice. Fake it, not fake it. Fake it until you make it. Thank you so much, Habiloy, for that. Thank you so much for writing it down. Guys, if there's something that Trina says and you like, it's like burning you there, type it on the chat, then I can highlight it and then we can look at it at the end, and then tomorrow we can start using these things in our channels. That's how we affirm. That's how we affirm ourselves. That's how we affirm ourselves. The next thing I was going to ask Trina, and I know she's looking at her notes and she can buy them. We didn't have any question. We just said we are going to have a conversation on just to like make sure we are taking care of ourselves as content creators in this particular space as we come to the end of the month of mental health awareness. Motivation and our habits. Sometimes I feel like the things we do on a day-to-day basis can either make or break. Are there any particular techniques or maybe tools that you normally use to stay motivated? I know for me, some people like using, of course, it's either the intention setting, because I'm a yoga instructor. So anytime even I'm teaching a yoga class, I always have to tell my students to set an intention, what is going to guide them throughout that practice. There are people who have vision boards. I do know a YouTuber who has a very nice vision board. I saw it on her channel. I was so impressed. And you talked about it here when you said, I'm going to get 1,000 subscribers by March. It's a vision. When I was looking for 4K, I said I'm going to get 4K by the time I'm celebrating 4 years on YouTube. It happened. The vision was fulfilled. And now I'm thinking of the next one. So some people use vision boards. Some people use affirmations, like what we are just talking about. Some people use other techniques. But in your practice, what are some of the specific techniques that you normally use in terms of staying motivated? Some people, it could be the Bible, as you said, especially if you believe in the faith. So just give us like ideas and tips. Some people, it is journaling. I'm just trying to snowball here, but that's literally what I'm thinking about. But I'm sure you may have better insights.
All right, I think you have touched what I actually had in mind, or the things that I personally did. I remember for me how I stay motivated, having a vision board. I don't have one up now, but I have it written down. I actually did one on my phone. I was watching this content creator who was showing you to put it on your phone. So I had it on my phone that I was using, but then I also had it written down. Having the vision board, what is it I'm hoping to achieve? Some people say they don't believe in it. That's okay. If it works for me, I'm going to use it. The first time I tried it, I actually had 10 things on the vision board. I didn't make a fancy vision board. There are some people who made fantastic vision board, but I just got a simple plain paper and I top in and I wrote all the 10 things I needed to achieve before the end of the year, and I placed it right at my bathroom. So every time I'm going to use the bathroom, and we go there very often, I see it. So you want it to be somewhere that is going to push you and celebrate the small successes. Celebrate the small milestone. Right? Some person waiting for them to get big before they celebrate. You're missing out. You are missing out. Maybe me celebrating 2,000 subscribers. Somebody can celebrate 2,000 subscribers? Yes, I did. You decide what is it that you want. So I use the vision board. As I said, it's not fancy, but I set it and I set targets to it. So I say, okay, these are the things I want to achieve. I want to achieve it at this time. So each quarter, I know what is it that I want to achieve, and I go for it. There's also something that I have not been very consistent in practicing it, but before coming here, I had, and I also had given it to my son as well, I ams. I am strong, I'm beautiful, I'm powerful, I'm this. Doing your I am, they always say try to do 7 or 14 or 21. Do those numbers. Just get up in the morning and you go and you say your I ams. Those are affirmations. And that will give you that energy to go through the day. Of course, I'm going to tell you, I have to pray. I pray because when I put this together, I'm going to go to Him. I'm going to go to God and say, this is what I have. Are you going to say, is this what you want for me? Is this what you want? Or tell me, what is it that you want me to do? And then listen for Him to respond. But maybe many people would not do that. So you could try the vision board route and write it down. Write it down. My phone is when I'm before I go to bed, I go over the things in my head. What did I achieve today? How was it? And if I get inspired, a thought come to me, I'll just take my phone and I write a note to myself. And I use it. So many mornings before I come, my word is on the phone because I got it just before I got up. So when I get up each morning, I will lie in my bed and I will pray. And I will a series of meditation, just going in the word and looking how God is good to me. And just embrace the fact that, hey, I made it another day. So as content creator, you got to set what is it that you're hoping to achieve? When are you going to achieve them? What is it that you want to do? And go for it. Yes.
I love this quote by Genesis, and Genesis is also in Canada. So Genesis says, every video, every live stream, every community post, every shot is a celebration. Why? Because it was done. Be your own cheerleader. Guys, copy paste that one, put it in your list of quotes that we are collecting today. Put it somewhere. That's a very powerful statement. I love it. You have a question here from Victoria Mima, and I'm just going to translate. Victoria Mima is asking, she's saying, I wrote on a vision board that I want to a shamba this year. A shamba is like a plot or a piece of land in Swahili. I wrote on a vision board that I want a piece of land this year. See where I am, and days are moving very fast. And this is a very good thing that is going to tie closely to what you were saying earlier about the slow quote that you just said earlier. Sometimes the dreams are not like happening as fast as you want them. We said 100,000 subscribers. Why is it not like happening? I'm not even reaching 2,000. We start beating ourselves. What would you advise maybe somebody like this in terms of you've planned, you wanted to get monetized this year, you had to tick these boxes, you get your YouTube salary this year, and now we are getting to the half of the year because now from next week, we are now into the second half of the year. What would you advise somebody who is trying to beat themselves, especially when these visions are not happening as fast as they would want? How do we motivate ourselves when the dream is delayed?
I like the fact that you said the dream is delayed but not denied. So that should be your first motivator. It's delayed, not denied. You see, you have the power. You have the power right there, Goga. You have the power right there. So I'm going to share my story. So I like to share personal experience that when I got married and based on where I was living, I told myself that when I leave here, I'm going to go into my own house. I told myself that. And I said, I gave myself a couple of years. I don't remember how much it was. But when I recognized it wasn't happening, and I remember we decided to just move out because the space was too small and everything. But I remember I made that declaration that when I move from here, I'm gonna go into my own house, because the pressure that I see person face moving from one apartment to the next. I don't know if you have ever moved, but you know you're gonna get some broken furniture. You're going to lose this. You're going to lose that to start all over again. So I tell myself when I move, and I didn't know where the funds was coming from. So one of the first thing you want to do is to have an idea. Are you qualified for, I don't know, like mortgage, or is it your salary is able to cover it if I do get it, you know, that sort of thing. Make sure you have some things in place, know what the cost is like, get that idea. But I remember I got frustrated, I couldn't wait, and I decided that I'm going to go into a new house because I can't go in another house that so much people live in. And there was this house that was built, and I decided I'm going to get it for rent. And we looked at it, my husband and I looked at it, and then listen, Goga, when we decided to take it, bam, piece of land, poof, right there. And I didn't move. I was able to stay. The same time I decided to move out was the same time a way was just open up that I got a piece of land to purchase. And then quickly we started building. We went in there before it was finished because we wanted to go into our own. But that goodness that you feel, and I was like, when we look back, and we're like, you know, remember we had said this? When my husband and I, we were just lying down and we were thinking about it, and we're like, you remember we said this? And look at it now, it happened. So you got to have an idea that you can manage. When I purchased my first car as well, I didn't have the money for the loan for the car. But I knew I needed one. And I went and I said, listen, I went to the loans office and I said, listen, I'm a good customer. You got to know to believe in yourself. I said, I'm a good customer. And he was like, how much you have to pay down? I said, I don't have any. Said, no, you're gonna need some. I said, I don't have any, but I need you guys to fully finance it. I don't have any. And they were like, but you need to still pay down a little fee. I said, well, you got to go to your boss and you got to tell your boss, I'm a very good customer and I need some discounts because I can't find this money that you're asking me for. Of course she did it. There are times we have the power, but we close our mouths. We don't speak it. And so I spoke it, and I was able to get a discount. And money just showed up to pay the little bit that they asked us to pay, and bam, car was right there. But I was able to afford the loan. So you got to understand there's going to be a part of it that you will have to know that you're gonna have to do this part. So you can't go and get a loan, a big loan that you know you're not even getting the pay for that. You got to have an idea where part of it is coming from. So that's what we did. So you got to know what is it like, how am I going to get it, have an idea of the steps involved for you to get what you want, and then you speak it and then work towards it. Yes, man, miracles and blessings. Boom, right there.
I love it. I love it. It's a word I've just learned and I'm enjoying it. The next thing I want to just come through is in terms of now your content creation. And this is going to be a bit of a sensitive question, Trina. Dealing with negativity and burnout. How do you say you respond to each and every one of your comments, however, whether it is a criticism, whether it's a compliment? How do you deal with negativity, especially when you find those negative comments? And just just like when you're feeling like you're going to burn out, it could be that video. You do also hair. You're very big on hair, and your hair content tends to do very well for some reason. What if like you get a burnout because you can't be fixing your hair every single day and you are shooting it, because sometimes you just like doing things naturally and sometimes putting a camera there is just so much work. It's like me and my yoga exercise. I dread setting up my yoga videos because I have to clear like a section of the room, put the camera, get the lighting. Burnout kicks in. Negativity and burnout as content creators. What is the advice here? How do we
Negativity and
motivate
I don't get
ourselves
the
out?
second one. Burnout. What is that? I'm not sure
Burnout,
what
yes,
that is.
burnout.
What's that? I'm not sure what
Burnout
that
is
is.
like, yeah, burnout is like when you've been doing something and you no longer get the motivation for it. Like, let's say you've been shooting videos, you've been doing content, and then you just don't have the energy for it anymore. It's like there's some laziness that creeps in. Yeah.
Okay, so for my Jamaican people, he's saying burn out. That's BURN. I have a clue what you were talking
No,
about.
man.
So it's burnout. So negativity and burnout. I am actually a little bit burnt out in terms of my food video, hair videos as well. So what I try to do, what I have been doing is to go and then try to create shorts, so as not to leave the platform without doing any actual videos or shorts. I'll try to do shorter videos. So the videos that were already uploaded, I'll take a part of them and I'll just do like, because there was one ear video that I have that got like, I think it was about 1,200 views. So I just go into, how you can go into video and just create a shorts from that video. So I didn't have to make anything over. So in doing my videos now, what I start doing, I'm a little bit more intentional. This is something that content creators can do. Be a little bit more intentional as to when you're creating your video, create aspects of that video for shorts, right? So you know that when you go in, you're gonna crop that 15 seconds, and my shorts are shorts. They're not 1 minute. My shorts most times 15 seconds or less, because I recognize that if I do it at 10 seconds, it does very well. So if persons who would observe, this is something you can try. I see some persons have some shorts, they are 1 minute. If it goes to 1 minute, turn it into a video. Yep. Shorts should be really, really short, unless you're going to engage, because I've been watching some shorts and they're not very engaging. So you want to make sure the person is looking for the next part. But it finished already, they watch it again. It finished already, they watch it again. That is what you want to create for your short. So to avoid that, so I'm a little bit, in terms of my hair, having a little bit of challenge with some things, still working in the progress. So I will not upload as frequent as I could, but I try not to miss. I think last week I normally upload like 3 videos for the week. I think maybe I did 1 last week. Sometimes based on what I'm cooking, I'm like, I'm not sharing my dinner with nobody today. So, or sometimes I try to create the videos a little bit shorter, so as not to not have anything, Some person will say they want to make sure their videos are perfect before they send it out. I find that many of my imperfect videos are the ones that get good views. I remember just cutting, there's a shorts that I placed for my hair, and once I crop it out, I realized after 24 hours, wasn't getting any views. It got about 100. And I almost started feeling discouraged and like, I'm going to take this down. And I said, you know what? I'm not going to take it down. And within the next day, I saw my numbers went up, and I was like, where did I get so many persons from? That same video brought me in 25 people. And I was like, whoa, man, 25
Bam.
subscribers. I got over 6,000 views for it. There was another one that I just showcased some squirrels, and after I placed it up, it had about 50 views or less. And I was like, And I felt like I wanted to take it down. And then I said, you know what? Thankful for the person. I just said it to myself. I'm thankful for the persons who actually viewed it. Within the next day, my numbers went up. I got over 10,000 views for it. And I'm like, girl, what if I did take this down? You know,
Wow.
so avoid that sort of burnout. You can do little short videos from the videos that you have already, just to make sure you're still having some space in the space. And for negative comments, I always try to respond with something positive. I always try to do. I can't think of an actual example now. To be honest, I don't get a lot of negative comments. Maybe on one hand you can count in terms of the number of negative comments that I have received. I really haven't gotten much, to be honest. But if somebody doesn't like what I do, it's okay. Somebody else will like it. So you have to just
Like
tell
that.
yourself that I remember Nana Food shared with us that when she was eating with her hands, based on their culture, somebody said, oh, she was nasty, and they were saying all sorts of things, and not knowing, and it was so good. She said that another person responded to that comment and says, you should know people's culture, because that is their culture. They eat with their hands. And I'm like, that's powerful. So
It is.
you just have to respond
Powerful.
with positive. Don't delete it, because they're gonna come back. So overcome evil with good, and it works all the time, every time.
Yeah. Guys, I hope you are listening. If you have not connected to this beautiful motivation, we are getting jump on that side and make sure that you have Trina in your circle. You know, she's not going to discuss everything. She told you she has done over 300 episodes of motivation. She's not going to do her entire life work on this live stream. No. So make sure that you have her by jumping on the other side. The live stream is also it's also happening on Trina's channel. Go there, go give her ad revenue. She's a monetized channel, by the way. Go give her ad revenue, so that she can be able to be able to at least do that thing, get motivated on YT streets, to keep doing what she's doing. I like what Patila is telling you. Patila says, Tina is such a motivational person. You never leave her channel the same way you went there. Yo, take your flowers. Take your flowers. Take your flowers. Thank you so much for that, Patila. Thank you so much for that, Patila.
Thanks,
I just want to add something. Yeah, I just want to add something based on what Tina said. Shorts. That's the way to go. Shorts. I learned that, guys, at the shorts program. Shorts are the way to go. They have a higher audience retention rate. When you go to your studio, you will find they have over 200% audience retention rate, because people are watching and it has ended and they keep repeating. The more you repeat and something is on loop, the better the audience retention rate, and the more the algorithm will promote it. Shorts, 10 seconds and below will always do very well. 1 minute, if you can't make your point on a short in 10 seconds, it's not going to be pushed. No. So see whether you can do shorts. That is what we call them nowadays. Shorts. Shorts. So you're making a short version of a short. So 1 minute is too long. Tina, I don't want to keep follow, but I have like three more segments.
The truth is, people's attention span is very low, very, very low. So if you're not engaging them in that, shorts, they're going to click off. And think about when you are watching a video. Do you watch it out maybe because it's just somebody you're supporting? But if you don't even know the person, I'm sure you're going to click off, because you're not in it. Says always recommend that you change the scene. You try to change the scene on shorts, try to change it every 2 seconds, to be honest. people's attention span is low. So you want to do that. Just keep it to the point. So when you're doing your videos, be intentional about doing a video with the hope that you're going to get 3 or more shorts from that one video. That will prevent you from creating additional shorts. So you do one video, and within that, and you can get additional views for it. So that's something that you can. It's a smart way of doing it, and it's working. It increases your view. If you're not monetized as yet, it will give you more subscribers, because we know you won't get the views, you won't get watch hours from those if you're not yet monetized. But if you are monetized channel, you know we want the views to keep going. Let's do the shorts. 3 shorts a day is very good. Morning, noon, and night. Send it out.
I love that. I love that. And that's an advice that we've been given even by the channels that have over 100,000 subscribers, that, keep experimenting and putting the work. Tina, who is your role model? Who are your mentors, like when it comes to this motivation journey? I know there are those people you look up to. Who are your mentors, especially that you listen to? I know it could be a spiritual leader. I know it could be, I don't know, some people it could be Oprah for sure, probably. But who is that person that really, when you look at their work, it normally makes you appreciate the body of work that is motivation?
Wow, you see a question like that? No, you should have give me a head of time, Wow. All right. If I should say, I actually had a supervisor before. She was really one of my inspiration. She always no matter how down you are, whenever I go and talk with her, I always feel better. Always. And I said I always want to be able to give that feeling to people. But one of the things, if the work is not being done, she's going to deal with it. Right? She's not going to be so soft on you. You got to get the work done. And one of the things, she's very frank and honest. She's going to tell you as it is. She's going to tell you that your team is not doing well. What are you doing about it? But then there's this people side to her that she's just so warm. And she has been one of my inspiration, really. Because I said, I want to have that impact on people. And many years ago when I went to HR, I called my HR department when I just started working, and there was this lady I spoke with, and I was trying to tell her what I was telling her, but I was like very young, didn't know how to explain. And she said to me, tell me any how you can put it, tell me, just tell me, I'll try to pick out what you're saying and understand. When I finished that conversation, I was like, wow. She didn't make me feel as if I was foolish or what I was saying didn't make any sense. And I told myself I wanted to have that impact on people. And that was like many years ago. And because of that, I actually went into the field of HR, where I can deal with people, right? Where I can deal with people, I said, when you can give people that sort of assurance that, hey, listen, I'm here for you, and if you're wrong, I'm going to tell you that you're wrong. My team would say to me, Super just a smell with me, and then she said, bam, one email, she reprimand me or so, But I'm not going to be vexed with you. I'm telling you the truth, because I think you don't do people honesty when you tell them the truth. You need to tell people the truth. It will hurt them now, but they will fix what needs to be fixed, and they will thank you later. If you're not honest with them, and you can use the same principle for your children, correct them. If they're doing something that they're not supposed to do, you got to correct them. You got to speak to them. You got to help them, because we have that responsibility to do it. So we got to ensure we do it. So this lady, she has been She's no longer at the workplace, and I'm no longer there either. And I mean, shortly after she left, I left. So they say people don't leave company, they leave their managers. So when she left, I ran as well. She was just a beautiful person. Always a good conversation with her. And whether it's about work, whether it's personal, you just never leave her presence the way you went there. If you're happy, it gets higher. And if you're down, you're definitely going to be up. That's the impact she has on me. And I tell her all the time. So
I love it.
She's a motivator.
Another thing we have to grapple with as content creators also is, and it also goes into the space of just taking care of our mental health, would be balancing what we are doing on the virtual platforms and our personal life. I'm the one person, I try as much as I can. I never like my personal life clashing with my YouTube life because I feel it will be a mess. It will be chaos completely. But most of us, sometimes our personal life gets in the way. And one of my biggest worries is sometimes when you've been on YouTube for so long, sometimes I think we run the risk of, I don't like thinking of myself as a celebrity, not at all. Like, I don't like that thing because it can get into your head. And then you start feeling obligated that show the people what they want. That thing. There's that thing on YouTube called show the people what they want. But then it can come at the expense of your personal life. And then people start getting so entitled about your personal life. It is, and I like what you said earlier at the beginning. You have a no family policy on your channel. Your son will not end up on your content as much as he's a content creator. Your husband doesn't like the camera, and that shows a lot of respect. In terms of how you try to treat your space. But sometimes I feel as content creators, we feel like, oh, but these people have been so nice to me. Oh, guys, baby, come and see them. Guys, this is because it's like we are trying to endear. And then sometimes you leave that place and you almost feel miserable. Like, why did I share this about? Why did I show this? Because you don't want it to be there, because I always say your personal life sometimes is the one piece of you that you can go back to when we click end the live stream. And you redirect people. You're back to your personal life, the real people that have to put up with you on a single day basis. How do you find that intricate balance, between your personal life and, these particular platforms? And how do you motivate yourself, especially if you're one person who is very private? How do you motivate yourself to make sure that those two worlds don't clash just because of give the people what they want? Sometimes those people don't deserve to see what they want.
Yes. You are right. Personal, as the name suggests, personal. So we keep it personal. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. And when I just came here, I didn't share it with anybody at all. It's just in recent time. As a matter of fact, you were one of the person who actually let it out, like openly, that I was actually here in Canada. Many people didn't know. I didn't share it because I thought it was personal. So this actually is the first time I'm really talking so much about it, because I really haven't spoken about it. And then again, I still have to keep some things personal. People tend to sometimes judge you based on what you have, and so sometimes I don't talk about things that I may possess or so on. They use it to judge you, and whether to say you are up on the higher ranks or the middle or the medium and so on. When I do my live stream, I'm actually looking to make some shirts that I can actually do that as my basically like a uniform. So I was back in Jamaica, I would wear some white shirts, and they were not mine, they were my husband's white shirt. I would put them on in the morning because guess what? I'm not going to come and sport and every day I'm going to wear something different, and then person gonna like, was she not in that yesterday? And whatever. So I was just keeping it consistent, all white. So you can say whatever you want, and that's okay. Because I just show up here. You're only seeing the top. I just show up and then I take it off. Right as the live stream is end, I take it off and then do something else. The other day I was going for a walk and I wanted to showcase the walk, and my family were a little bit upset with me, and so I had to end the live very quickly. I had to respect them. They said that, listen, we come for a walk as a family. We don't want nobody in it. Basically, not in those words, but that's what they were saying. So
That's the point.
I had to respect it. So the other day we went for a longer walk. I said I might want to showcase. They were like, you can do videos but no live stream. So I did try to respect their space and their privacy as well. Yeah, I try to do that because there are some things, once it gets out there, you cannot take it back. So you have to know how to do the separation, and getting that support from your family is critical. Respect their time. So if we're watching a movie together, I'm not going to be on YouTube. I'll try to come off, and yeah, I just try to keep them separate. So you got to find that and create that balance.
Makes sense. Another thing would also be in terms of motivation would be the audience and the community that you've nurtured. And one of the things that I found on your live stream is that you have a very intimate audience. Like, it's very cohesive and it's a very positive space. And and I think sometimes your audience can be your source of motivation or your source of frustration. And I am a very big believer in, you can curate a community from scratch. You can build a community into what you want it to be, and it's really your rules of engagement. And that then will be informing my next question in terms of what do you think has been the role of the communities that you support, either the communities that support us in terms of also just affirming us and also motivating us. And to somebody who is out there watching us and they're struggling to build a community that can be their support base, what is the one thing that you'll tell them in terms of your experience, building that particular community?
Obviously I built my community from scratch. I remember when I just started, not really when I just started, but I remember 2 days. One day there was no electricity. I wasn't able to go live streaming. And then there was another day that consecutively that I had to leave out early. So I wasn't able to stream before I go. And one of my moderator reached out to me and she said to me, I'm gonna see you today, alright? Are you okay? I'm gonna say, yeah, mama, good. And I was like, we never have no light, and I left out early for work, so I really didn't say anything. And you know what she said to me? She said, if I even send one little video, put up one little video now, so I wait for a little motivation. She wouldn't understand the impact that has, and she was like, so if I know ahead of time that I'm not going to be on, I'm telling them. I said, guys, you will not see me for X time and X time. If it is spontaneous, I'll try to notify them once I have the opportunity to. But I create that atmosphere, and they know when they come into the room, you need to walk with your positive affirmation. You need to walk with it. Enter in the chat room with it. What are you grateful for today? What are you thankful? And sometimes I pull them out and I said, I don't want nobody to talk about I'm grateful for life and family and friends. And they tell me that every day. What else are you grateful for? So sometimes we change it up a bit, so we know that the space is for positive. We can't deal with the negative. We have too much of that to deal with. So this is a space that person can come and say, boy, today I'm really feeling down. The other day, somebody showed up in the chat and they were like, I like that topic that I saw, and so I came in. And before that person left, the word that we got was exactly for that person. I'm being knocked up. Yes, so you got
Okay.
to
Yeah. Do I give
understand
you
that,
okay.
that they got to understand that creating that atmosphere, you decide what happens in your chat room. You decide what you tolerate. We don't tolerate nonsense and negativity. No, it's a space for us to get that energy to go on one more day. So that's what we do.
Energy to go through that one more day. It's powerful, guys. It's powerful. If there's any question you want to ask Trina, feel free to ask. And I will just highlight a few things here that I was like looking at earlier.
Let me go back to
This was
one
from Genesis
question.
saying faith
Go back.
works. However, you
One question that
yes.
Saniki had asked earlier. Saniki had asked a question. Saniki had said, what, how does she prepare for her?
The question on scripts. What scripts?
Right, right, the script. So for her, based on the type of content that she does in live stream, one other thing I would recommend for Saniki is, I think there's a time she was doing some coloring things, or for her, she just needs to color and to talk about the content. What is it doing for you? Why do I do this? Have that prepared. You can talk just about anything. Why am I doing this? And Saniki has some powerful affirmations that will be in the chat room, and we didn't see Saniki any at all. And when we are closing off, bam, she just dropped a powerful nuggets on us. Some powerful affirmation, right? So so she said she was going to go ahead, and I said to her, listen, Saniki, just talk, when the persons come in, just talk to them. How are you doing today? How was your day? And if they do want to answer, and then you go back to what you were doing, this beautiful piece, and talk about the piece that you're doing. Why is it you're doing? Or it's continue to drop those nuggets, powerful nuggets that you have been dropping, because you have a whole heap of them. That is what I would suggest that you can do. How you are going to prepare for your audience. Sometimes you don't use it, and if you don't use it, you save it for the next stream. You don't have to go research something else. Yes.
And those are very good hacks, by the way. It's actually like I love those just because sometimes even me it happens to me. I prepare for like especially the Friday live stream because the Wednesday and the Sunday live streams are very structured in terms of the guests. You have to like organize them behind the scenes. But the Friday live stream sometimes it's very informal, and then I just come there. I say, today, what am I even going to discuss? I never like it. I like it light. So I come there with a topic in my head. I don't even tell you beforehand. But then sometimes I end up not even discussing that because somebody on the chat will make us discuss something totally different, and that becomes the topic. I keep my scripts and my notes on the side. I say I live to fight another day. This was the most important to discuss on this particular day, and that's how you can always tell when people are reacting to it that they want you to like advance that conversation. So I think those are my 2 cents on it. Those are my 2 cents on it. All right, Trina. The next thing I would want to ask, just in conclusion, I guess you can feel free to ask because I'm almost releasing Trina, is in case there's anything, and this could really be your conclusive kind of question. In case there's something you want viewers to remember as we come to the end of May, on your message when it comes to motivation and affirmations, what would that message be? And anything on your notes that you could have left out that you want to just like emphasize on, this is the moment I will give you just to be able to do that. Then we'll be able to release you shortly.
All right. So one of the things, some of the principles that I wrote down is put the past behind you. It should be used. So use the past as a motivator for the future, right? Don't keep looking back. That's why when they made the car, the mirror at the front is bigger than the two little ones at the side. So don't keep looking back. Use it as your motivator to move forward. Number 2 is surround yourself with people who lights up the room when they see you coming. So that was one of them for you, Goga. I said earlier that I was going to showcase one of the points, and I think this one would represent you well. Surround yourself with people whose eyes light up when you come into the room. You want to be around those people. Whenever you come into a chat, everybody knows, and the whole space lights up. You want to surround yourself with those people. Whenever we come into your chat room, you make us feel special. You want to surround yourself with people who appreciate you. You also, and I did say the other 2, slow is the fastest way to get to where you want to be. So I did share that nugget with you. So I did drop those down. And the top of the mountain is the bottom of the next. So keep on moving. And if there's nothing you remember this. Remember the reason you started. Have a place to find a safe space. What is your safe space? Your safe zone? Get into that area. Create that community. And faith it until you make it. And in closing, I leave Proverbs 18 verse 21 with you. Death and life is in the power of the tongue, and they that love it shall eat the fruit thereof. So speak positive over your life, and that will get you there. Thank you. So I want to say thank you so much to Goga for
Powerful statement and powerful closing. But you got some questions when you're doing your So the first question you got, let me just highlight them for you so that the first one is crazy. Let me start with the serious one, then I go to the crazy one. The first one is from Eileen, God's Child TV. We all know God's Child. That's also my channel member, guys. God's Child asks, when you motivate others, do you always feel motivated? Ooh, that's deep.
No. No, you don't always feel motivated, but when you finish motivating that person, it actually lifts you up, even for that moment. Remember the story with the man with the banana? He had one banana to eat, and he said, when I finish eating this banana, I'm going to be on my way to die. And he was up in the tree, eat the banana, drop the banana skin. When he looked down, bam, somebody took up the banana skin and started eating it. That way, he said, oh my God, but I'm not at the worst. There's actually somebody who's worse than me. So you don't always feel motivated when you motivate somebody. But I find at my lowest stage, God always puts somebody in front of me that I have to encourage. And that's what keeps me going. So that's what works for me.
All right, and then the second question was the second question. David Limit. Okay. That there you go. Oh, sorry. Um, why are you asking a Jamaican about okra? But anyway, let's see. I know, I know, I know, I know.
David,
Oh
it
my
is
goodness.
so funny that you're asking that question. I was literally just watching a video just before I came on. This lady was talking about okra and was saying, oh, okra was good for you and for ladies. She was telling us like what is good for the ladies. And she actually picked the okra off the tree and started eating it. She said okra is actually a fruit, not a vegetable. And she bit it and started eating the entire thing. And I was like, I've never had okra like that. And I said to myself, you know what? I think I need to start including some okra. So yes, it can be a motivator.
Oh my god, this is so funny. That was so funny. That was a good one. That was a good one. That's what a good one. Um, and my condolences to Betty Kenya. I just USA TV. My condolences on the loss of your dad. My condolences. I know she's in the country at the moment. Because the father died. Um, Tina, this has been fun. I just want to give you a moment in case there's anything that you'd want to share, so that I release you, because I think I've kept you here longer than this. You gave me an extra hour of your time, and I don't take it for granted because you are dropping a lot of gems. And just before Tina leaves, there are a few things I just want to reiterate. She's been dropping some very serious gems on this live stream. Number one, in case you missed it, and you can, maybe I should ask you like a teacher, because Tina is a teacher, and I'm sure this is what she normally asks the kids because she's passionate about kids. Number one was, slow is the fastest way to get to where you want to be. That's like one affirmation that I think I really got, that I love it. And then CWL wrote the other one down. The top of one mountain is the bottom next. Yo! Dida Safari came through with the third one. Hurting people are hurt people. That was, I think, when we were talking about the negativity. Happy Loy says, fate it until you make it. So I was just trying to like highlight a few things you guys wrote down, and I think it was very powerful. And of course, there was this one that I loved. Everything that you do is a celebration. Oh, that is my, I love that one. 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 So, and a few more that that have been dropped along the way. Allow me to give Tina a moment just to like bid you guys bye and just give her concluding remarks, and also promote her channel before we make her set up the raid and everything, and then we can we can release her. Tina, you thought I wouldn't let you set the raid?
All right, so I want to thank Goga for this opportunity to be here to share my story. I really trust that it has been an inspiration and motivation for somebody, even one of how many persons that came by here today. Really hope you would have, catch even one of the nuggets, hold on to it and use it. Come back and share with us later. Tell us about it. For my channel, I do motivation each morning, weekdays, 8 8:15 to 9, between those hours. Sometimes I start a little bit later, but it's not before 8:15, which is US time. So you can, based on where you're watching me from, you'll know what time. So we do that every weekday. Just have like for 45 minutes, normally in less than an hour. And we also do air videos, food videos, and motivation. So that's basically what I do. I have been trying to treat my natural hair myself, which has been working when we just started it out. So I wanted to showcase that. So that's what we do on it. And then I love cooking, so I showcase a little bit of that as well. All right, so if those are things that you're interested in and you thought it would be fun, you can hop on over and share with us. You can come over And you can check out the channel as you were told earlier. But it has been an amazing afternoon. 1 hour turned into 2.5 hours.
I tell you, I tell you, I tell you.
Absolutely
Time
great
always flies
conversation,
here.
and we really love it.
Thank you. Time always flies here at the, at the Goga house and the fireside chat. But I'm glad that, she was able to at least come up and, share with us this wisdom. Guys, if you don't have Trina, please use this moment to just connect to Trina and, just get there and just benefit from this wisdom that she normally has every morning. Trina, I don't know, I'm going to give you like some bit of time to like, you can set up the raid and then you can come say bye, then we can end your live stream so that it can bump people here, then I can send people elsewhere. So I don't know, I'm sure she's very fast, she'll be able to do this really quick, and then as soon as you're ready, just like give me a heads up that it's ready, and then I'll be able to release you off the panel. Guys, give us your feedback. What did you think about Trina? Did you love the conversation? Let me tell you, me, I was just like enjoying the gems of wisdom that she was dropping, and it was amazing. And I like how people already coming through the feedback. So as Trina is setting up the raid, wow, this was so nice and inspiring. Keep doing what you know best. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. And then Saniki says, oh yes, Trina, remember to live your best life today. Yo, the affirmations are coming through. The affirmations are coming through. Hey, Queen, how you doing, Queen? And then Saniki also said, something incredible is waiting to be known by you. Always be optimistic and know that your time will come. Oh my goodness, you guys were listening. You guys were concentrating in the class. Yo, I'm impressed. I'm impressed. Lily, nice to see you. Misha, bless, nice to see you. Yes, use this moment to just like, say whatever you want to tell Trina. And I want you to go and say it on her chat. She will raid you. Go there. We are ending our live stream shortly. She will raid you back here. So go and tell her those things, those nice things that you are telling me here on my chat. Go tell Trina on her live stream. It is pinned up there on the top of the. Just click on this link. It will take you there, and then she will be able to raid you back here, and then I will send you guys on your way. Right. So this was an amazing conversation. Dida Safari says, yeah, go type it on Trina's chat. Type it on Trina's chat. But thank you so much. Yeah, so if you don't have Trina's motivation, that's her channel. It is projected on the screen. You can see, very searchable, by the way, on the internet, very searchable on YouTube. Saniki says, let's get her to 50 thumbs ups. Yes, how many thumbs ups is it? Get her to 50 thumbs ups. Yes, I'll keep the pin there so that you are able to get her there. But Trina, ready when you are, just give me a notice, and then you can drop me, and then I can let me know, and then we can give you a chance.
Yes, ready. Going to Life with Mika and family. Life with Mika.
Awesome, that's perfect.
Yeah.
So just hold on, let me pull this down. And then you say bye to your people, then I'll be able to drop you down, and then we can, I'll of course, I will reach out to you on Instagram just for our debrief. So you can say bye, and then I will end your LS.
All right. So thank you very much, guys, for showing up and showing out. I really appreciate you. And remember, live your best life. Not tomorrow, today. So go out and live your best life today. Thank you so much, Goga, for having me here. Take care, everyone.
Okay.